Hey there, fellas. Today's experiment will involve using a camera. So the camera is going to be the test subject. Anyway, down to the point. So we were pondering an idea a while back, but we're beaten by this video we saw where someone stuck a camera into a wheel to see how it behaves on the move. How it bends and deforms, caves in, heats up. Though the heating up part might be a bit much, since that'll require fitting a thermometer. Now, just to be clear, guys, I did have a look at that video on the Warped Perspective YouTube channel, and we are looking to go the same route as that dude, but we're going to be doing things slightly differently. This will be our take on the whole matter. We'll go over some obstacles, and we're quite curious to see where things might go if we start tearing it up on the track. You know, if we were to go for a bit of sideways action. Okay, I say we find a way to install this camera, then we have a look at what goes on in there. Let's do this. GoPro inside a wheel. Garage 54's take. Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Okay, fellas, we've stuck a camera with a flashlight into a wheel. I've connected my phone to the camera, and I can see what's going on inside there in real time. There might be a slight delay. I mean, we are using a Wi-Fi connection. Now I just want to drive around and see what's going on inside. First, I'll try driving on some normal pavement. Then hopefully I find some kind of seams and rocks to see exactly how the rubber behaves. Alright, let's roll. I am super curious. I can see a picture. We're looking good. And now, we drive. Oh wow, you can already see that something's up. Holy cow. Nice. There seems to be a ton of debris inside the wheel. See it flying around in there? Check it out, it's pretty hilarious. With the tire bending. Look here. I'll move slowly. First you're gonna see the debris. Wait for it. Why is it taking so long? See that? See it bending? This is pretty curious. Haven't seen anything like this before. Pretty trippy. Fun stuff. Now what if we were to find some obstacles? Let's have a look, shall we? Yep, there it is. As soon as you hit a bump, you can clearly see it on whichever side you run over. Look at the articulation. We're not running a lot of pressure, but if we were to feed it like 3 to 3.5 atmospheres, it obviously wouldn't cave in that hard. Right now we're running about 2. If our manometer is anything to go by. Alright, I found that bump. Moving forward. Put that brick on the ground. I'll go backwards. We're placing a brick down there to see how much it pokes through. There it is. You can literally see it. There it is. That was a big lump. I can clearly tell. Let me try that again, but in the other direction. There it is. Lodged itself in. Look at it bending. Let's try halfway. Let's see what happens. There it is. Check it out. Forward. See that? You can see a lump going halfway across the tire. Nice. Holy... Isn't that something? There you have it. Let's try a bit faster. It reminds you of a horror film. As if something is trying to get in or out. Okay, we've driven over that brick. Let's try some speed and on the road. See what that looks like. You can clearly see the... But that was too fast. I mean, the wheel is rotating too fast. Blink and you'll miss everything. Which is why I reckon we should slow down. You can still see some bits. I don't know, maybe that's dirt from the wheel or the tire. Yeah, it's rattling around in there. Now we try the following. We take this wheel, fit it to something with a bit more power, and try doing a burnout, or some kind of controlled drifting, and look on to see how that tire leans to one direction or the other. Okay, fellas, we've driven straight, ran over a brick, and we've seen what the inside of a tire looks like when going over a bump. Currently, we're at a parking lot where we've installed a wheel to this here car. It's a pretty fast one. Now, we're interested to see how it leans to the side, depending on the load, I guess. So if you make a sharp left turn, the wheel is going to lean right. But during a left turn, that wheel shouldn't be under such stress. We'll see what it's like inside in just a minute. I still think we should do a burnout or something along those lines to warm up the tires and see whether any smoke makes it into the tire itself. Plus, I'm curious to see what a warm tire looks like inside. Let's do this. Okay, fellas, so when the car is moving, you can clearly tell that even under load, the tire is doing its job properly. You can see how the contact patch, as caught by the camera, is moving about while the wheel is rolling over the pavement. You can see how under cornering the outside edge is taking a pounding. You can see it cave in much harder. So yeah, you witnessed all of that, and it's all good and well. It was quite an interesting thing to behold. The engineers obviously had our safety in mind when making them tires, as well as keeping them from exploding. Anyway, so another idea occurred to us. We've got a piece of plywood and a few nails which we've hammered in. I say we have a look at that very moment when the nail punctures the tire and finds its way inside. We've seen that happen a bunch of times from the outside. Plus, I'm sure you've all removed nails from your own tires and some other shit. But what nobody has seen is the view from the inside. So let's do this. A slight change of plans. We were just at the test track, and now we're home. Now allow me to explain why that happened. We had a go Here the camera switched off due to it overheating. Slid around, did a burnout, and then the camera refused to continue doing its thing. You wanna know why? When the tire is spinning, especially when you're doing a burnout, that puts a ton of heat into the tire. I'm assuming that the rim and the air in the tire also got pretty hot. So yeah, everything got really warm, and as a result, the camera overheated. And basically was like, I'm not gonna record this. We waited for it to cool down, but it turned out that the battery went flat. And so we really didn't get anywhere with that. I mean, using a crowbar to remove the tire, replacing the battery, and then mounting that tire back on, it is possible, but we decided to spare ourselves the hassle. Here we are, we've already replaced the battery, put the wheel back together, and now we get to running over the nail and the self-tapper. One of them should go through that wheel for sure. Now there is the matter of locating the spot where the contact patch is right underneath the camera. I've got some chalk. We'll search for it using the phone, get everything where we want it, and that's when we get to rolling the tire over that plank with the nail and the self-tapping screw. Let's do this. Stop. We're looking at... Can you give it just a tiny bit more? Stop. Fantastic. It's somewhere down here. This is where the screw should be popping out. Go for it. When you get close, don't be too hasty. Go ahead. Drive onto it. There it is. Bullseye. It's in there. I think I can see the nail too. Yeah, check that out. We've got two punctures at once. You're about to drag the plank with you. Go back. Oh, dude, you're annihilating the tire. Go back, try to get off. There you go. You need to make your way into the shed as soon as possible. We're easily running the risk of crushing the camera, which is something I wouldn't wait. Wouldn't want to have to buy a new camera. So what did we just see? Basically how that screw, it literally ripped through the tire and found its way in. It was obvious from the start where it was going to go, but as an added bonus, we were able to have a peek at what goes on inside. I suggest we try having a look at what you see in there when you try to install a tire plug. Yeah, but it's not that easy to find it. It does have some meat to it. Hold this for me. Let me just... Something just got into my eye. Now we need a knife or some scissors. And we're done. With no more air escaping. Wonderful. We fixed it. Lovely. You saw it all, fellas. As for me, I can only see the results. Those two mushrooms, those lumps which... How do I say it? Filled the puncture. So as far as I know, you can't really drive around like that. You'd be better off taking everything apart and fitting a proper tire patch in there to drive without worry. It looks pretty nice. Alright, so how the tire behaves, particularly when it's punctured, together with how it looks when being repaired, we've shown you guys our take on the whole thing. And here's hoping you enjoyed it. I mean, even for me it was quite a fun thing to witness. Yeah, you guys watch us, subscribe, send in those comments and suggestions, give us a big thumbs up. Alright, catch you later.